What's up, Thumos brothers? How are you? I want to introduce to you my friend and brother in Thumos, Chris Panto. I've tapped Chris on the shoulder to be the focal point for faith, which to us is faith and spirituality. And I'm honored to do so. I've known Chris for about 12 years now. Is that about right, Chris?
Yeah, 12 years.
Yeah, so about 12 years. And when Chris and I met, it was actually inside of a group, a men's group, a circle inside of the church. And we were both one way, almost far right, perhaps. But Chris is very much evolved, in my opinion, and I think I've evolved. And it's just been a fantastic journey, sort of walking alongside of Chris from a faith and spirituality standpoint. With that said, I want to be very clear when it comes to this whole F of faith and spirituality that's included within it. The goal here is not one way in any certain way with dogma and religion behind it. That's not the goal. That's not the purpose. The goal is more along the lines of where is that man? Where does he want to go? What help does he need? What can Chris share, especially myself as well and others? But what can we share along the journey? We do believe, at least most of us, that we have a soul or spirit that never dies. It goes somewhere. It lives on forever. And we're here on this earth for a reason. Let's figure out that reason. Let's maximize it. Let's grow. So when I think about a man that can understand where a Thumos brother is, whether he's new or seasoned, whether he believes in Jesus Christ or some other thing or nothing at all, I just can't think of someone better than Chris to meet that man where he is. When it comes to the men that are highly church, they never miss. That's great. Chris can speak to that. He's in church, even to this day, he's in church. And like me, he also finds God in nature on the back porch, pretty much everywhere he goes. And we actually think that's sort of biblical as well. But anyway, Chris, would you mind saying just a few words about yourself and kind of what your thoughts are on representing this topic of faith and spirituality?
You bet. So my name's Chris. I've been a member of Thumos here since the beginning. Honored to be a part of this journey in this men's group. Very blessed to be amongst men that seek to optimize and seek to change, seek to grow. Along those lines, I've been on a journey of growth in many of the F's that we have, but specifically on the faith F, I've been on a journey to grow substantially because I spent the first 35 years of my life in a very rigid, rules-based spiritual element. And I decided that I got to a point in my life where I just decided that it wasn't working for me. And I was faced with the decision that I could either continue doing what I've been doing for 35 years that wasn't working, or I could throw it all up in the air and say, God, why is it that I'm feeling the way I'm feeling? And so I did. And God started challenging me in some areas that I don't know that I was ready to be challenged in, quite honestly. But with an open heart and an open mind, I decided to dive in. And what I found over the last 10 years is an amazing transformation. My mission is pursuing oneness with God through loving others well. And I can assure you that I cannot reach that mission. I can't accomplish it, nor can I make any progress in it, living the way that I used to live spiritually. So I began to really dive into what does it mean to be connected to God, to be connected to the source of life and love and joy, happiness. It's a journey. I've not arrived. I don't think I'll ever arrive. I think it's a continual journey where the more we dive in, the more we seek, the more our eyes are open. And I don't believe that where I'm at today and the things that I even believe today are necessarily the things I'm going to believe tomorrow. It's a transformational, evolutionary process. God opens my eyes to things today, and I open my heart to, if that's the same thing tomorrow, great. If it's not, I'm open to it. I offer to you that you can go on the same journey with me, and we can grow together. It's not about me bringing a lot of knowledge and ahas to you. I can simply share my experience. And to Jody's point, it's what God has shown me and what he has brought me through. And I encourage you to tap into that source and get the answers for yourself as well.
That's awesome, Chris. And I appreciate you putting your mission in there. My mission also has God directly in the path of my mission. My mission is to realize the abundance of God through connection, coaching, and loving. And when I'm not doing that, I'm disconnected from God. I'm anxious, I'm judging, I'm hurrying, I'm worrying. I'm just not in a good place. So appreciate you reminding us of that. Chris, you're going to be fantastic at this F of spirituality. How about you as a person? So you're you're a little past Katy now. Actually, are you in Fulshire now? Where are you?
Pretty close. I'm on the western edge of Katy and right on the border of Fulshire.
That's Fulshire, Texas. And wife is Heather. And kids' names, please, just so they can kind of get a sense.
Been married for almost 24 years. I've got 3 kids. Abigail, my baby, she's 17, and then Connor, and he's 20, and Caleb, he's almost 22. So 3 kids, kind of moving into that second stage of life with empty nesthood kind of looming on the horizon.
Beautiful. More time for God, right?
Absolutely.
Well, I sure appreciate it, guys. Just like the other Fs and the folks that we were tapping for those Fs, Chris, in this case, does not claim to be an expert. He's just a guy like a lot of you and me on a journey who's come a long way and knows he's got a long way to go, which we think that's a step towards wisdom, is realizing now that we don't know near what we thought we knew 10, 15 years ago. Right, Chris?
Absolutely.
And there's actually wisdom in that and growth. So he doesn't claim to have, the only path by any means or to be an expert. So that's Chris. Thanks for doing this, brother. It's going to be a good journey. Oh, and so the plan is for Chris to put something out. Chris loves to write and he's very good at it, as you know, from the Weekly Breads. So the plan is to put something out about once a month. And that'll be in the form of writing, typically a page, could be longer, could be shorter, but that's sort of what we're thinking. So thanks, Chris. I appreciate it. It's going to be a good journey.
You bet.
All right, brother.